radio, Dixie. He looks right into my eyes. He says to me, pardon me, miss, but aren't you from the South? Now, how in the world do you suppose you knew that? I reckon it was because of the way I talk. He smiled at me and he says, I just love your Southern accent. I wonder what's keeping Miss Baker. She'll probably be home any minute now.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Mr. Drake. Good morning, sir.
Have you girls been here long?
We've only been here a few minutes, darling. I mean, sir.
Where's Miss Baker? Isn't she here yet?
We ain't seen her, Mr. Drake.
Strange. Miss Baker's usually the first person to arrive here.
You don't suppose she's been sick, do you?
No, nothing like that. I'm sure she's not sick.
No, I don't suppose she is either. Do you want us to give teacher a message for y'all, sir?
Except to speak to Miss Baker on a personal matter.
You do?
If you young ladies will excuse me, I have to get back to my office.
That Mr. Carter is too good looking to be principal of a school like this. Don't you think so? Yeah, he's so handsome he reminds me of the quiz master on that radio contest I took part in the other day. We all in a radio contest? What'd y'all win? I didn't win a thing. Gracious me, the questions must have been mighty difficult. I'll say them questions were difficult. I couldn't even answer the first question. What was the first question? He asked me what my name is. You mean you didn't even know your own name? Well, I knew it, but I just couldn't think of it. I declare you're sure right. Good morning, teacher. Good morning, Miss Baker.
Good morning, girls. You're quite early, aren't you?
Not as early as our principal. He's been here looking for you already, Miss Baker.
Did Mr. Drake leave a message for me?
Nope, but just said he'd see you all later. My, but Mr. Drake is good looking, ain't he? I wish I was as handsome as he is.
Good looks aren't important, girls.
You mean that good looks aren't important for a man, don't you, Miss Baker?
Good looks aren't important to a girl either.
They ain't?
Not at all. Much more important to all girls than good looks is perfect health.
That may be, but I'm sure that when a girl goes down the street, nobody ain't never heard any feller whistle after her, just because she's got perfect health.
Dixie, please. Morning, teacher. Morning. What's the matter?
I found a gopher garden this morning, Miss Baker.
What's so funny about finding a gopher?
Nothing, only I got the gopher inside of my shirt here and it's tickling something here.
Girls, please. Remember where you are.
Miss Baker, may I see you for a minute, please?
Certainly, Mr. Drake. I just hated coming to school this morning. I wish Miss Baker would strike for higher wages so we could all stay home.
What's the matter, Liz? Are you tired because he had to answer the phone last evening?
No, indeed. That jerk of a Rick Bartford never called me once. Can you imagine?
But Liz, yesterday you told me yourself that Rick bothered the life out of you with so many calls.
But he bothers me more when he doesn't bother me than he bothers me when he bothers me.
Y'all just kill me.
The last one in is a big sissy.
Here comes Miss Baker. Good morning, boys and girls.
Morning, Miss Baker.
You must be talking to Mr. Drake again, Miss Baker. How is the darling principal? Mr. Drake is quite well. Now I want all of you to pay attention. The principal wanted to see me so that he could tell me about a new girl who is coming to school here this morning. Her family has just moved to town, and she's going to be a student here for the remainder of the term. How perfectly ducky. Is the new girl nice, Miss Baker? I'm sure that she's very nice. Are you Miss Baker, the teacher here? Yes, I'm Miss Baker. Well, I'm certainly glad of that. I think you're simply wonderful. Well, thank you. My last teacher was an artistic fright. She looked like Dracula's mother, and she was so antiquated that I'm sure she was on speaking terms with Abraham Lincoln. What is your name, please? Let her be fair.
Oh, no, couldn't be.
Hi, everybody. Where are you from? I'm from the Twin Cities. Oh, you mean Minneapolis and St. Paul? No, Walla Walla. That will be a desk, Butterby. Be seated, please. Oh, thank you, dear teacher. I just know I'm going to love it here. Ouch! What's the matter? That boy just pulled my hair.
She don't know what she's talking about. She must be crazy.
I'm nothing of the sort, and I think you are perfectly horrid. That will do. Butterby, resume your seat. Now, let's start on our lessons. Dodie Smart.
What is it, teacher?
Now, Dodie, I want you to tell me who was the first person to ever say, honesty is the best policy.
My mother.
Ouch! Alicia Peabody, you're late again. Isn't it just too distressing, teacher? I can never seem to get to places on says that I was born late.
What does Daddy say?
Dear Miss Baker, I have something lovely for you. You see, I never forget you. Well, thank you, Alicia. It was sweet of you to think of me. Oh, what a lovely apple. Read the note on the apple, dear Miss Baker. To my darling teacher, who is as beautiful as this apple, with love from Alicia. I thought that up all myself, Miss Baker. That was very, very thoughtful of you, Alicia. Thanks. You're very welcome, Miss Baker. Ouch! What is it, Alicia, dear? What happened? Somebody placed a sharp-pointed tackle in my seat. That's what happened. You poor dear. I'll excuse you while you remove the tack.
What do you suppose with that tack on Alicia's feet? I'd sure love to know.
Yeah, so would I.
Whoever done it ought to get a medal. I thought of doing it myself, and someone beat me to it.
Girls, I'm really ashamed of you. I want the person who's guilty of this atrocious act to stand up.
Looks like nobody did it, teacher. Maybe Alicia just thought she sat on the tack.
When I want to hear from you, I'll let you know. Swat Simmons, what do you know about this affair?
I don't know nothing.
Swat's telling you the truth, Miss Baker. I'm positive of that.
What makes you so positive, Dodie?
Well, from watching him and hearing him talk for years, anybody could see that Swat never did know anything, and now he's broken down and confessed.
You dumb slut.
That will do. We'll have no more of that.
What a pity that tack didn't stick Alicia on her tongue.
Are you all right now, dear? Yes. Thank you, teacher. Now I want all of you to pay attention to me. If anything like this ever happens in this classroom again, I shall report the matter to the principal, and he will cross-examine each student privately.
That certainly is a temptation, Miss Baker.
What do you mean by that remark, Miss Farley?
I simply adore being cross-examined by Mr. Drake. I do wish you'd let me know in advance when this grand event is going to take place so I can wear a new outfit and get all dressed up for the occasion.
I want quiet here. We'll get on with our lessons now. Fred Barnes, stand up, please.
I'm up, teacher.
Now I want you to tell me what country has a wall built around it.
Why, could you repeat that question, teacher?
Now I want you to tell me what country has a wall built around it. No prompting, please.
Why, ain't that the country that raises rice and drinks tea all the time? Ain't that the more, huh?
Yes, that's correct. You're on the right track.
I am, huh?
Yes, indeed. I'll give you another hint. The country in question is the one that the coolies come from. Now, what country is it?
California?
Ida Brodsky, what is a peninsula? You ought to know that.
It's that drug that tastes something like sulfur, only don't make you sick.
No, that's penicillin.
Oh, thank you, teacher. I think you're simply wonderful, Miss Baker. You just know everything.
Alicia Peabody. Now tell me, Alicia, what happened in year 1809? Abraham Lincoln was born. That's correct. Now tell me what happened in the year 1812. Abraham Lincoln was 3 years old. Ouch! What's happened to you now, Alicia?
Did someone bad get on the tack before she took him seed?
No, but Trent Madison pulled my hair, and he did it on purpose, too. She's lying, teacher. I didn't touch her. You did, too. You saw him pull my hair, didn't you, Irma?
I didn't see a thing. I was looking in a different direction.
Atta girl, Irma. I don't believe anybody touched Alicia's hair. She's always starting things and trying to make trouble.
Oh, you keep still. Everybody knows you're a dumbbell.
Are you going to be busy this evening, Alicia?
What's that got to do with you?
Well, everybody knows that dumbbells go in pairs.
Dixie Duke, what is a miser?
A miser's man who makes mice.
Tell me, Dixie, what is an Eskimo?
An Eskimo is a man who makes pies.
You answered both those questions wrong. Try this one. Finish the sentence for me.
Marriages are made. But that's easy, Miss Baker. I know that right. Marriages are made in South Carolina.
That's heaven.
Y'all said a mouthful that time.
Watson, I want you to tell me the plural of tense.
Huh?
Miss Baker, I know that. I can give you the correct answer. I'm positive.
Never mind, Flutterby. I'll get you later.
I'll get you later, too.
Watson, you pay attention to me. Now answer my question. What is the plural of tense?
That's it.
What do you mean? What is it?
The plural of tense is tense.
That is not the correct answer. The plural of tense is tenses.
Oh, yeah? If that's so, then have you had your coaxes this morning? And how your mother says, father says, sister says, and brother says.
I want you to remain after school. Oh, goody. Ouch! What's happened now? Swat Simmons pulled that new girl's hair. I saw him do it, teacher. If this sort of thing doesn't stop immediately, unless I have absolute quiet from now on, I shall keep all of you after school.
Miss Baker, may I see you in my office for a minute, please? There's something very important to discuss with you.
Of course, Mr. Drake. Now remember, I want all of you to be on your good behavior while I'm gone.
Wheeler, I'll be even with you if it's the last thing I ever do. Attaboy, SWAT.
I'm not afraid of you, Swat Simmons.
You'll sing a different tune after I get through with you. I'll teach you to keep your big mouth shut.
I object to the use of such language in the classroom. It is most undignified. Shut up.
No, I don't mind coming to school neither. It's the hanging around till it gets to be time to go home that gets so boring.
Good morning, girls.
Morning, Miss Baker. I brought y'all an apple.
Well, thank you, Dixie.
I got you an apple too, Miss Baker.
Well, thank you, Jody.
Did I tell you, Liz, it was in all the papers. That Schultzman was arrested for bigotry.
Are you here, Miss Baker?
A lovely apple.
You say he was arrested for bigotry?
Yeah, he was married to 2 women at the same time, and that's bigotry.
Why don't you take out the application to become a member of the human race, Shrimp?
My old lady sent you this apple, Miss Baker.
Yeah, and my man sent you this one.
Here, come see here. I'm sure I don't know what I'm going to do with all these apples. Good morning, teacher. Good morning, Sluggy. I wanted to bring you an apple, but I couldn't find one, so I brought you this instead. What in the world have you there?
This is a perfectly gorgeous can of apple cider.
I hope you didn't neglect your studies last night.
Oh, no, Miss Baker. I should say not.
The class will come to order. Look who's here, Lady Bountiful.
I bet you she just got out of her Rolls Royce.
You can't say I'm not on time this morning, Miss Baker. My mother was in a dither, getting me ready for school. Good morning, Alicia. This is for you, sir, Miss Baker. Well, thank you, Alicia. Copycats! He thinks Lady Bountiful's displeased. Quiet, everybody. Go to your desk, Alicia. Oh, teacher, I want to ask you something. Yes, Irma, what is it? I just want to know if you and Mr. Drake enjoyed the movie at the theater last night. Why, yes, as a matter of fact, we did. Were you there too, Irma? No, but Mrs. Van Dyke, our next door neighbor, was. And she told my mom that she sat next to you in our principal. That was quite a coincidence, wasn't it? Mrs. Van Dyke told my mom that you and Mr. Drake never looked at the screen once. She thought you held hands and then you... That will do. Or did we meet at the school, Irma? Sure, I didn't do anything. Some people have all the luck. I wish Mr. Drake would ask me to go to the theater with him.
I don't see what's so wonderful about going to the theater. I go there all the time by myself.
Something tells me that you'll continue to go by yourself for a long time to come. That will do, girls. Samuel Madison, since when have you been able to put your feet on the chair in front of you? Since just a few minutes ago. Take your feet off the chair immediately.
Teacher, can I stop writing sentences now?
No, you certainly may not.
I don't see why I have to do this. SWAT Simmons is a lot worse than me.
That will do. Oh, Swat Simmons, I want to ask you a question.
What is it, teacher?
You live on a farm, don't you? Your father raises chickens, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Then this question should be easy for you to answer. What does your father feed his chickens these days?
Well, my father used to feed the chickens corn, but
What?
now with the feed shortage and all, we eat all the corn ourselves.
Then what do you feed the chickens now?
Oh, my old man just gives the chickens the money, and he lets them buy their own food.
Swat Simmons, I want you to change places with Fred Barnes right now.
Oh, I don't want to write any sentences.
Do as I tell you, or I'll call Mr. Drake in here, and you know what that will mean.
This dreaded school is beginning to get my goat.
Here. forgot all about it. I think it's lovely. I do hope you like it, Miss Baker. Oh,
Well, what do you know?
poor Miss Baker, because this reminds me of her. Oh, my love, Alicia. Miss Baker, that will do, Alicia. The less said about this, the better. But you must listen to me. The bag I was carrying this morning contained a lovely apple. Then how do you explain this onion? Swat Simmons is to blame for this. He brushed up against me and caused me to drop the bag I was carrying. Then he must have substituted the bag you have now for the one I dropped.
Can you prove that?
Well, Alicia, can you prove the accusation you just made against SWAT? Why, no. I have no way of proving it. Then you better sit down and keep still. I don't believe SWAT would do the thing you've accused him of. Let it be fair. I do hope you have a difficult question for me, Miss Baker. Who is supposed to have slept for 20 years? Rip Van Winkle. Now, can you tell me how Rip Van Winkle managed to sleep that long, Butterby? Because none of his neighbors had a radio? Mother! Good morning, Mrs. Peabody. How do you do?
It's nice to see you again, Miss.
I am Miss Baker, Mrs. Peabody.
Oh yes, Miss Baker. I called to get Alicia. I've decided to take her out of school for the rest of the day.
Oh, Mother, how wonderful! Has something happened that causes you to take Alicia from school, Mrs. Peabody?
Certainly not. Nothing has happened. I just want my daughter with me for the rest of the day.
Mr. Drake, I'd like to meet Mrs. Peabody, Alicia's mother. This is Mr. Drake, Mrs. Peabody. He's the principal here.
I'm happy to meet you, Mrs. Peabody.
I've decided to take Alicia out of school today, Mr. Drake.
Really?
Yes, I'm going shopping, and I want my daughter to accompany me.
You're taking Alicia out of school just to go shopping?
I most certainly am. Is there anything wrong with that?
Why, yes, Mrs. Peabody. You should realize we have to maintain discipline here.
I don't care anything about discipline.
Apparently not. Alicia can't afford to miss school, not even for a day. She's a very poor student, and her marks are very bad.
Young man, you're insulting. I shall take Alicia away from here and send her to a private school.
I'm sure that will make everybody here very happy, Mrs. Peabody.
I never should have sent Alicia to the school and allowed her to mingle with the hoi-hoi.
You're so right, Mother.
The students here are all jealous of you because you're so smart. Come along, dear.
Rinse bad rubbish. Quiet, everybody. Mr. Drake has something to say to you.
Miss Baker has done me the honor of promising me to become my wife, and we're getting married immediately.
Married? You two are getting married? Yes. I'm leaving here now, and the school board has appointed another teacher to take my place.
Will you come in now, please?
Children, there's your new teacher, Miss Battler.
That's me. Meet up Battler.
Good luck, Miss Battler. Come along, yes, we've got plenty to do and not much time to do it in.
That settles it. I'm going to be a school teacher when I grow up and marry the principal.
You might say that Miss Baker is a school teacher who lost her class.
Stop that noise this instant. No one in this classroom is to talk without my permission. Is that clear?
Yes, teacher.
Apples, I'm allergic to them. The first person that brings me an apple will be out on their ear. Is that understood?
Yes, indeed. No more apples. I should say not.
I want to make one thing clear to you from the start. As long as I'm in charge here, you will obey my orders to the letter. Would anybody like to start anything?
Golly, no, I should say not.
You'll never have any trouble with me, teacher. I think you're simply wonderful.
go. Come on, you will. Who's a whip, you chicken? You are will. Let go of me, you guys, so I can kill her. Why don't you let go of her so I can knock her head over the fence? If you did, it'd be the first time you ever hit anything out of the infield. Come on, you guys. What's going on? Hey, cut it out. I said, get up. Look at that. I said, get up. You are the worst. You are the worst. You are the worst softball team in Sussex County. Look at you. 12 games played, 12 games lost. I mean, I'm just so embarrassed. I can't even walk down the halls at school without people pointing at me and saying, there she goes, the captain of Al's Pizza Pounders. How's it going, Miss Pepperoni? They know how bad you guys are. Does anyone remember the game against Stillwater? Yeah. Gee, Williams, that's the most alert I've ever heard you sound. What was the score? 64-0. And would it be a strain if you told everyone what last week's score against Branchville was? I know you get tired quick.
I know.
Lay it on me, Dinkowski.
38-0.
You hear that, everyone? 38-0.
So we're getting better, huh?
What?
We're getting better. We didn't get beat as bad. Soon we'll win, huh?
Sure, Jankowski. By the time you're a grandma. Shut up! Damn, you think you're really cool, don't you? For someone who hasn't got a base hit all season, you've got a big mouth. Yeah? Yeah.
Damn me and her secrets. No wonder she's so lousy.
Jerk, cut it out. Cut it out. You want to know why this team is so awful? It's because everyone is always fighting. What's wrong with you guys? I mean, it's just... You all stink, but I mean, you guys do this. I just want to be the captain of a softball team that wins one lousy game. Just one. Is that too much to ask? Why did they have to throw the worst players in the county on one team? Why? You all stink.
Come on, Captain. We'll win one today. Let's go get a drink of water.
Listen, everyone. We gotta win one for Logan. You hear me? We gotta win one for her. She's gonna end up in the funny farm. What do you say, you guys? What do you say, huh?
Yeah,
Whatever.
sure.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, way to go. Get your gloves and bats. The Augsburg team will be here any minute.
Hear me, O goddess of softball. I need to speak to you. Oh, please. Goddess of softball, I know you're there. And I really, really need you. Look, I'm not kidding around. Malone to Goddess, come in.
Malone, you know you're just imagining this. You really need some professional help.
You're my professional help.
Oh boy, Malone, if you were my daughter, never mind. What's the problem?
We gotta win today. It's our last game. And, well, I don't think there'll be another Al's Pizza Pounder softball team if we lose.
But why break a perfect losing record? Besides, Al needs a tax write-off.
What's a tax write-off?
Let's just say Al isn't sponsoring you girls out of the goodness of his heart. Don't worry, as long as there's peace on this earth, there will always be Al's Pizza Pounders.
But Goddess, we have to win our last game. We simply have to.
Sweetheart, haven't you ever heard that it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game?
We play pretty lousy.
I know.
Everyone knows. What are we going to do?
Well, I can't exactly say. Tell you what, be on the lookout for new talent.
What do you mean?
I mean, good things sometimes come in different packages than you might expect.
Oh, well, I guess I understand.
Of course you do. Listen, kiddo, do me a favor.
What's that?
Be nice to Dabney.
Dabney? I don't know. I don't want to get clobbered with a baseball bat.
Don't worry, she won't hurt you. She has problems, almost as many as you do. So be nice to her. It won't cost you anything.
I'll try, Goddess.
And Malone,
Yes, Goddess?
do me one other favor.
What's that, Goddess?
Try not to eat so much junk food.
I'll try, Goddess.
Well, that's all we can ask for. Play your heart out, over and out.
Wait, Goddess! I've got another couple of questions to ask. With runners on first and second and one out, should I go for the double play or take out the lead runner? And another thing, did Babe Ruth really point to the bleachers before he hit that home run in the 1927 World Series? Goddess, where are you? Come in!
Are you cracked? You're talking to yourself. You're nuts.
Oh, I'm practicing. That's right, I'm practicing my cheers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who are we? 4. Pizza, pizza, pounders. Yeah. Poor things. Don't you have any chairs?
We don't need any. We've got the best team in the county.
Yeah, we've never been beaten. We're going to wipe the field with you.
And listen, Spaz, why don't you go tell your captain that the co-captains of the Ogdensburg Rangers are here and that we are going to kick you up and down the bases.
Yes, Spaz, go tell your captain.
I don't want to.
What did you say, Spaz?
She said she didn't want to.
Who are you?
I'm the one your mommy sent to change your diapers, little girls. When do you back off?
Who's going to make us?
See you guys, one lap around the field. Come on, it's not that bad. I could make it 20 or 40 or even 100. Then you guys really hate me. Right?
I'm tired.
Hey! How are you? You must be, wait a minute. I know it. Captain O'Brien and Captain Sweeney.
I'm Sweeney.
I'm O'Brien.
Oh, right. That's right.
Our team's going to warm up over there.
Really? That's a great place for them. You wouldn't believe. We've had some great warm-ups there. Like just last week we were...
I want to tell you just one thing. We're going to win the county championship, so don't give us any trouble.
Well, no, of course not.
Let's go, Sweeney.
I think I know why you guys are the worst softball team in Sussex County. Because you are very, very weird.
They seem like a great bunch. Okay, team. Time for warm-up.
Captain, I think we got a problem.
What are you talking about, Sanders?
There's a pack of dogs over by our equipment and they're chewing up our baseball gloves.
Oh, no. Come on. Well, we've got to get them warm.
One of them doing you know what on Sheila's catcher's mitt.
Better go save your glove.
I don't care. I hate this softball team.
Oh, they hate you too. I mean, I hate playing softball. I don't know why my parents make me do it. Maybe they're hoping a terrible accident will happen to you. Want to know why I can't stand you? No. Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. And if you try to hit me or anything, everyone's going to know I can't stand you. You see, I don't like, my mom doesn't like, and my dad doesn't like people like you moving next to us. I guess I should have asked your permission, huh? Aren't you ashamed? Ashamed about what? Come on, you know what I mean. No, I don't. Tell me. Malone, get out of here. This is private. She can stay if she wants. Malone, stick around. Now, what were you going to say to me, Hotshot? Forget it. Why don't you just quit the softball team? We'd be a lot better without you. I thought you were the one who hated softball.
What's going on between you guys? I mean, you get into a fight practically every 5 minutes, practically every game.
Ask her. Ask her.
Listen, Logan asked me to come and get you, Sheila. She needs to talk to you.
Go ahead, Sheila. We'll get along without you. Somehow.
Thanks for standing up for me before those two girls.
Thanks for getting me out of talking to Sheila.
But why are you two like that? Fighting all the time.
I don't know. I moved here last December. She's got something against me being her neighbor.
But what? What's her problem?
I don't know. Really, I don't. Want to warm up?
I guess so. Where did you live before you moved here?
A lot of places. We've moved around a lot. The last place was Saudi Arabia.
Where?
Saudi Arabia. It's on the other side of the world. All desert, sand, lots of guys with beards wearing robes. We lived with a bunch of other Americans, but there wasn't much to do.
How long were you there?
A couple of years. We lived in a compound, and we weren't supposed to go out at night, but I did anyways. The desert is really spooky at night. I mean, there's nothing. You could walk for 1,000 miles and never see an ant or flower.
It sounds awful.
It was great. Nobody, not a thing to half leave. Sometimes I'd just lie in the sand with a blanket around me. Sometimes I'd walk, just to see how far I could get.
But you always came back.
Well, sure, I wasn't that stupid. Hey, half rounder. Sorry. Oh. Come on, I'll show you how to get it down. You get into a crouch, but you've got to relax. Keep your head up and your hands ready. Okay, you've got to pretend that you're the batter and you know exactly where the ball's going to go when it's hit. Okay? You know where the ball's going to go even before it's hit. And when that ball's coming at you, you want to make sure that you're right between it and the outfield. You know, so that it could go right through your legs if your glove isn't there.
But it will go through my legs. It always does.
Not if you make the ball your best friend.
Huh?
You've got to love the ball. Ball, say hello to Malone. Yo, Malone, how you doing, babe? He's talking to you. Hello? Hey, Malone, you know, you are one hot chick. You are the best infielder in Sussex County. You know what
what we need? What? A meaningful relationship. Yo, Dabney? Yes, Ball? Would you please allow Miss Malone to catch me as if I were a hot grounder? I'd be delighted, Ball. Get ready, Malone. It's a sharp bounder to shortstop Malone. Oh, look how she handles it. She steps on second base for the force out, throws on to first. Double play, ladies and gentlemen. Al's Pizza Pounders have won the World Series. Way to go, Malone.
Still learning how to play the game, girls? We're going to wipe the field with you.
Don't worry about them. I won't. You know, you're a really good coach. My dad taught me that stuff about loving the ball. But, well, promise me you won't get mad or hit me with the bat? What are you talking about? Well, if you know so much about softball, how come you don't play that well during our games? I don't know. Maybe it's just that I don't want to play that well. What do you mean? Well, would you want to try winning with people like Sheila and Logan? Would you even want to play like people like those girls in the Ogdensburg team? It's not worth it. I never thought of it like that. I want to win. I know that. I'm going to win today. Suit yourself. Tell you what. If we can be friends, I'll try to help you win. Okay? All right. It's a deal. Let's shake. Uh-oh. What's the matter? Something's gonna happen. What? Something so horrible. So awful. Dabney, tell me. I can't. What is it? Calisthenics!
Everyone over here for calisthenics. Everyone get to a straight line. All right, forget about a stupid straight line. Just stand away from each other. Now pay attention. Can you guys pay attention? No. Give me 20 jumping jacks. Ready? Go.
Jumping jacks.
Oh, come on, don't do something like that. Everybody just do burpees. You guys burpees?
Trouble with my mitt.
You don't say.
Could you tell me where to find Al Pizza Pounder softball team?
This is Al's Pizza Pounders.
Are you the captain?
Yeah?
Oh, I'm supposed to give you this. It's from the recreation department. I'm supposed to play with you guys today.
This is to inform you that Bobby Severs will play today with Al's Pizza Pounders in their final game of the season against the Ogdensburg Rangers.
What position do you want me to play?
But this is the Girl County Softball League.
My gosh, it's the new talent. The goddess said so.
What did you say? It's a great day for softball.
I don't get it. Why did the recreation department send you here?
Well, my parents wanted to play in a boys' league, so I did. I played on the Byron Battlers. But after 6 games, I hadn't actually come up to bat or played the field. The coach in my position was over and left out. So my parents called called the coach and told him if he didn't start giving me something to do, they'd take him to court. So he made me equipment manager. That's when we started losing games. The coach said I kept giving all the wrong bats and gloves to the other boys. It's getting kind of hard to be on that team, so my parents called the recreation department and told them if they didn't get me a real softball team to play on, they'd take the department to court. So, ta-da, here I am. What position do you want me to play?
I can't believe this.
Jill Barnes isn't here today. He can play her position in short center field.
Hey, Williams, I'm the captain of this team, and I'll make the decisions around here. We don't need the Byron Battlers equipment boy on our team.
Well, my parents take you to court.
Williams, show him where start center field is. Batting practice, everyone. Let's go.
Hey, do I know you?
How do I know?
Did you ever go to the Evansville school in Indiana?
No.
Oh. You really look familiar.
He knows. Knows what, Dad? Never mind. Look at Sheila talking to him. He knows all right, and so does she. What are you talking about? I did go to Evansville School. Everyone there knew about it. Knew about what? Forget it. Why should I tell you? You're going to find out anyways. Everyone's going to know soon. Daphne, why didn't you just quit this team? Why doesn't everyone quit this team? It stinks. Why did you... Leave me alone. Just get away from me.
Mom, you're over here for batting practice.
Let's sit over here. Where there's some shade.
Yeah, I'm tired already, and we haven't even started playing yet. Does anybody want some Fritos? Some milk duds? Chewing gum or ding dogs?
Milk duds. Can I have some of each?
Okay.
Say, is my mom real religious or something?
I don't know why.
Because before every game, I see her talking to the sky. I figure she's praying or something.
I think she's just strange. And so is Dabney.
And Sheila.
And Logan.
They're all wacko. Except us. We're good friends, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes, we're normal. Not like them.
Can I have some more Fritos?
No, I already gave you some.
Pig. I'm really glad this is the last game. I'm tired of softball. Are you going to play again next year? No, I'm going to be a ballerina. Oh, do you study dance too? No. But you're going to start learning it, right? No. How are you going to be a ballerina without taking lessons? I'll read some books or rent a video. No big deal. I've got a good memory. Oh, well, I'll probably be in computers instead of softball next spring. Oh, do you own a computer? No. Well, then how will you learn to use one? I don't know. Maybe after I'm done learning ballet, I might have some time left to teach you. Oh, thanks.
Your parents made you play softball this year, didn't they?
Yeah. No. Well, not exactly.
Yeah, then why are you playing?
I like softball. It's neat to throw and catch and hit. And if I weren't here, I'd be sitting home watching TV, waiting for my folks to come home from work.
I think it's just because your brothers are the big stars in the high school team. You want to be just like them.
That's not true.
You're jealous of them.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
See, it's true, William.
It's not. Why don't you tell everyone why you put your makeup on before every game? Because I want to look my best before a game. It's because you have this. You liar! He wasn't taking my ass, but you'll be dead!
Hi.
Hello.
Are you warming up?
Yes, this is how we get ready for games. The boys aren't allowed.
That's okay. But could you tell me something?
That depends. Should we let him ask a question?
Oh, go ahead.
You were allowed to ask a question.
How come there's so many different girls on this team?
I beg your pardon?
I mean, there's a girl who looks like she's about 8 years old. She can barely lift a bat. But your captain looks like she's 15 or 16. You guys are all in junior high, right?
Yeah?
So what's going on? Aren't all the teams supposed to have girls the same age?
I guess the recreation department didn't tell you folks, did they?
Tell them what?
We're all rejects.
Rejects?
Yeah, we're the ones who are so bad that the other teams don't want us. So the recreation department puts us in Al's pizza parlor.
I'm on a girls team of rejects?
What's the matter?
No. I mean, yes. What I mean is, I'm kind of glad I'm here.
You should be. At least you get to play.
Yeah, that's what I mean. All I want to do is play some softball.
Here, want some milk, Doug?
Thanks. Listen, does anyone want to skip rope?
Isn't that dangerous? I don't want to get hurt.
No, it's easy. It's a great warm-up. Here. You take this end, and you take the other end. Now start swinging it. Here we go. We're going to win this game. Pizza Pounders is our name. We'll get some hits, make some out. That's what the game is all about.
We'll get some hits, we'll make some out. That's what the game is all about. Hey, that's neat. What do you call it?
Skipping rope. Come on, try. Pop up to the left. Throw up to the right. This outfield will play on the side.
A pop up to the left, a shorter hop
aren't I? That's true. Well, come on. Yeah, you're right. But so what? It's true what my folks told me about Dabney. Didn't you ever wonder why our father's never around at games or to pick her up after practice? Yeah. Well, it's not because he's working or anything. He's in jail. He stole money from his company and got caught. My family is living next to criminals.
That's why she's always ready to hit somebody, I guess. She's really bitter.
I just make sure she doesn't get near any purses or bags. She's probably just like your dad and might steal something.
But no one's had anything stolen this season.
How do you know that, Morelli? Maybe they're just afraid to say so. What do you want? You asked for it, you know. You better not do anything to me. Why don't you say something?
Dabney, you better not try anything.
Get out of here!
Jerk! Jerk! You're all jerks. They're gonna bust you all apart, you stupid jerks. You're gonna lose so bad today. Why do we have to move to this town? Why does everyone have to know everything about me? I just wanted to play softball, that's all. Can't they even let me do that?
Is what they said true?
When Dad's company sent us to Saudi Arabia, they had something called rest and recreation allowance, money for taking the patients in the States. Well, Dad didn't use it for that. He sent some of it home to Mom's family when Grandma died, and he took some to start his own business. I used to wonder how come I got such neat gifts for my birthday and Christmas. Rest and recreation money. Well, the company wanted receipts. They wanted to know that we really took vacations with the money. Dad tried to delay them. Said he lost the airplane receipts. Guess he shouldn't have done that. Well, the company cut on him and fired him. We used up all our savings to get back to Indiana. Then Dad was arrested for swindling the company.
I'm sorry if you
There was a trial. He was sent to jail last year. Mom moved to East to get away from all that stuff in Indiana. And Dad wrote me, play softball, he said. Just like I taught you. You'll be a big star. Play softball and everything will be okay. I don't think we'll ever be together again. I mean, Mom and Dad together again. I hope he comes see me when he gets out. Maybe we can open that business together. I don't know. I just want him to realize that, I don't know.
I'd better get out of here.
Are you quitting the team?
Yo, Malone, forgot about the game we're starting. Let's go.
Dabney, did you hear me? Are you quitting?
Yeah.
Please don't.
I'm not playing with those jerks.
But you said we were friends. You said you'd help win this one game.
Help Sheila win? Help Logan win?
I don't care about them. I just want to win for me.
Well, you've got a real problem then. Because you're on the wrong team.
Don't just be my friend. Everyone. This is the Goddess of Softball continuing with today's play-by-play of the battle between Al's Pizza Pounders and the Ogdensburg Rangers. This is the final game of the season for both these teams. And I don't think I've ever seen such a turnout of parents for one of these contests. And they're so happy, probably because they don't have to haul their kids any more practices. Yes, sports fans, we tell it like it is. We're in the bottom half of the fourth inning of this 7-inning contest. 2 outs for the Pizza Pounders. And at the plate is Sievert, a talented newcomer for the Pizza Pounder team. Well, maybe not that talented, but he is very new. Well, maybe he's not that talented, but he is different and unusual. I mean, he's a boy, but not according to the recreation department. Got that? I don't. Let's go down to the field for the action.
Okay, you guys, 2 outs. Get ready.
I was only kidding.
Nice play, dork.
Well, work for the Fire and Battlers.
We're in the bottom half of the 5th inning, folks. This game has turned into a real pitcher's duel. The 0 on the Pizza Pounder side of the scoreboard isn't surprising, since they haven't scored a run all season. But to see goose eggs through 5 innings for Ogdensburg, well, all I can say is,
Miracles never cease. Coming up to bat is the littlest pounder, the pizzerette herself, Nellie Morelli. What a batter, folks. Watch her closely. See if you can tell if she's swinging the bat or if the bat's swinging her. Let's go down to the field for the action.
Don't argue with me, Morelli. Just do as I say. Don't swing at any pitches. I'll have to walk you because you're, well, small. You won't be able to pitch long with you.
But I want to hit the ball.
Don't argue with me. Just get up there. Morelli! Morelli, don't swing! Swing, Morelli! You're out, sucker!
Bottom of the sixth inning. Still scoreless. Tension is gripping the crowd. In fact, I haven't been this excited since my horse began doing the backstroke during the water polo game. What a contest this is. And I tell you folks, the outfielders kept the pizza pounders in the game with superb defense. That Kid Severs has kept his fielders skipping rope between outs, and it seems to work. Martin Sanders and Williams seem so relaxed, so happy that they've caught every ball hit to them just so they can get back to skipping rope. And I thought I'd seen everything in this sport. Now it's at the plate, Dory Malone.
Okay, who's up next? Hey, it's Jailbird. How you doing, Jailbird? How's your dad, Jailbird? Jailbird, get off the team, Jailbird. Have your way, Jailbird.
It's the top of the final inning, folks. The Pizza Pounders need only 2 more outs to win their first game against the Ogdensburg Rangers.
Okay, you guys, get into position. And please don't mess up. No. Let's win the ball. Hey, shut up out there.
I'm so nervous, I think I'm going to die.
Me too. Can we skip rope?
It was never this exciting on the Byron Battlers.
It was never this exciting, period.
You guys just calm down.
Oh no, it's the Incredible Hulk, no getting scared.
Hit the ball.
Remember, you've got to love the ball.
I know.
Swing.
Why not, Papa?
I don't believe you. What is this with you people? You don't swing.
Dad, we won. We won.
My name is Maxine Wilton. I'm 17, and
Blytheville High School. It'll soon be graduation day, and I'll be going to college. Mother, Dad, and I decided I'd go south, to one of the women's colleges. We've got money enough, even though Dad raves about the income tax sending him to the poorhouse. But I know he's not that poor. The last few years, his business has boomed, and my allowance is far more than most of the girls at Blytheville. Mother says I ought to have gone to Miss Harrington's, like she did. But I like it here at BHS. I like the girls I grew up with. We have a pretty neat crowd. Some of the kids call me and my crowd snobs, but they'd be just as snobbish as we are, if they had the money and background. But what I wanted to tell you about was the swing choir. We have a cool swing choir here at Blytheville, and most of the girls have a lot of fun singing in it. More than 65 girls are in it, so you can easily see. It's hard for us to know all the members and their names. Well, it's fun to sing in it all right, and every now and then, we have a public concert. Generally, we wear simple clothes for these concerts. We even thought seriously making costumes once. But somehow or other, that idea fizzled out. But this particular concert, the one I'm going to tell you about, was different. It was for the big rally. We knew the auditorium would be full, and we decided we'd dress formally for the occasion. There was quite an argument about it. Why, some of the girls didn't have formals. I remember some of us discussing the matter after Miss Denton had told us that the majority had decided to wear formals. Do you remember, Joan? Come here, Joan. You can help explain what happened that evening.
Yes, I remember. I said, you know, Maxine, wasn't there a fuss about wearing formals?
What a fuss when the girls raised, because they didn't have formals.
Can you imagine that? No formals? Why, I have 4, and you have even more than that.
Oh, yes. But then I don't know whether if I can even attend the performance. I guess I shouldn't have made such a fuss about insisting on formals. The Richardsons are having a party that same night, and I've got a date to go. I could come for a while to the concert and have Jim pick me up and back to the auditorium.
Oh, are you invited to the Richardsons? I thought that was...
Well, for the older crowd, I suppose so. But Jim insists on our going, and you know how he is.
Yes, of course. But you will come to rehearsals, won't you?
Oh, yes. It'll be fun. I'll come to as many as I can. So that's how it all started. Maybe I'd better stop talking and let someone else take up the story. Sally, you know the details. Go on from here. I'm Sally Blake. I guess I'd better admit that we're not so well off as Maxine and her folks. But then I do have a formal, a brand new one. And I was one of the loudest voices for the wearing of formals for the concert that night. Seems sort of silly, all that fuss about dresses. But girls, you know how they are. I knew lots of girls didn't have formals, but then I had one, so I thought, what a grand opportunity to show it off. Well, there were quite a few of us gathered together, talking about it excitedly. I remember Harry Wells was there, and Mary Strong, and Jeanette Stevenson, and Rose Phillips. What are you going to wear? What are you going to wear? I bought a brand new dress. Is it cute? Me too.
I haven't got one yet. But Mom will buy me one for the concert.
I suppose my mother will make mine. Oh, I wish you'd stop making my clothes and let me buy a dress at the Vogue.
But the Vogue's awfully expensive.
Yes, but they do have style. That's where Maxine Wilton gets all her clothes.
Oh, Maxine. She would.
Hello, Sophie. Hello, Harriet. Hi, Rose.
Sally. Mary.
We were just talking about the concert, Sophie.
Oh, yes. The concert.
What are you going to wear?
Me? I don't know exactly.
I suppose you're going to get a new dress from the Vogue shop, Sophie.
Oh, no, I couldn't. That would be too... maybe I won't be able to sing that night.
so long. I'll bet she doesn't even have a formal. Too bad, isn't it?
I don't know. Sometimes I think there are too many of these girls from across the tracks in our swing corner.
Who is she, anyhow? That's Sophie Chinowski.
Special friend of yours?
Not exactly.
Her mother cleans at our house.
I knew it. Really, we have to be able to vote on the girls that get into the choir.
Yes, but she has a nice voice.
A nice voice, but the point is we have to associate with these girls. It just isn't right, socially.
That's the way it was just before the big concert. We all attended the rehearsals, and really, we had a fine program prepared, with lots of patriotic songs. It was rumored that a few of the girls wouldn't be there because they hadn't suitable dresses. But more than enough, more enthusiastic. I came to the dress rehearsal that night and brought with me one of my formals, just to show it off, I guess. I didn't even intend to sing the next night. How could I? After all, I was going to the Richardsons' party. Well, when I came into the dressing room, I found Sophie. I know her name now. Sitting there, alone, weeping. Why, what's wrong with you?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Come now. Surely there's something wrong. Maybe I can help. How do you like this dress?
I like it very much. It's beautiful.
What are you going to wear tomorrow night?
Me? I'm not going to be able to sing tomorrow night.
You're not going to sing? Why? Because you don't have a formal.
No, that's not it. Yes, that's it. I don't have a formal.
I can fix that. Why, you're just about the same size as I am. Look, I'm not using this dress. It is a beauty. And it'll just about fit you. Go on, take it. I won't be here tomorrow anyway. Go on now, take it.
Oh, no. I just couldn't. Why, it is beautiful, but I just couldn't.
Go on. You can give it back afterwards. Go on, take it. There now. I'll bet you look wonderful in it. Well, see you later. I must be up. I've got a date.
Wait. I don't even know your name. Who shall I...
Oh.
Well, the night of the concert, we all appeared in our formals. There were one or two gaps in the ranks, but no one noticed it. The concert was a success. I thought I noticed Sophie's dress. It was a very expensive one, and it looked familiar. I didn't quite recognize it as belonging to Maxine, but I remember 2 or 3 of the girls talking about it afterwards.
Hello, John.
Hello, Jeanette. That was a lovely dress you were wearing at the concert.
My mother made it for me.
Did she? I got mine from the Vogue.
From the Vogue? Yes, they do have lovely things there. But did you notice Sophie's dress?
Sophie? Who in the world is Sophie?
Oh, she's just...
She's just a girl from across the tracks. The other day, she said she didn't even have a formal. We didn't think she'd even be here. But can you believe it? Well, I don't know where she got it. But it was really cool. Peach with lace.
Oh, yes, I did see it. It was rather nice. I could have sworn I saw that dress in the Vogue shop when I bought mine.
She couldn't possibly have gotten it from the Vogue. Not in a million years.
Well, I sort of wondered about it.
Me too.
That's how matters were the next day. Then I met Maxine in the hall.
Hello, Joan.
Why, hello, Maxine. Have a good time at the party last night?
It was fun. Oh, how was the concert?
It went off rather well. Considering...
Considering what?
Oh, a few of the parts are missing. Some of the girls didn't have formals.
Did anyone see a girl wearing a peach formal with lace?
Of course. I forgot her name. Say, was that it your dress? Yes. Someone did wear it then. It was a girl from across the tracks. How did she get it? I lent it to her. Where is she, by the way? And who is she? I've forgotten her name. In fact, I don't believe I ever knew it. Didn't you? Well, you'll never see that dress again, I'll bet. Why not? Do you think she's going to bring the dress back to you when you don't even know her name? I never thought of that. She'd better bring that dress back. If she doesn't, I'll make life miserable for her. I didn't stay at school very long that day. Had an appointment at the dentist. The next day, when I came to class, I'd almost forgotten about the dress. But Joan reminded me, and I was a little worried about it. Joan insisted I ought to report it to the principal, that it surely was stolen. So that's what I did. There was a lot of excitement about it when I came out of the principal's office.
Really, the nerve! How much was the dress worth? I'll bet she'll never see it, Anne. She'll probably cut it up, or hide it, or throw it away.
These girls from across the tracks, that's just about what you'd expect of them. Wait a minute. Isn't her name Sophie?
That's her name.
Yes, Sophie Chinowski. But I'm sure she wouldn't steal. You're always sticking up for her.
Did she really steal your dress? She certainly hasn't brought it back. It's been 3 days now, too. I've reported it, and the assistant principal tells me that, well, she may even be sent to reform school for this.
Reform school? Oh, Maxine, you don't mean it. Why? She took Maxine's dress, didn't she? But after all, Maxine told her.
I did lend it to her, but certainly I didn't give it away. That's gratitude for you.
Look, here she comes now, the little thief.
Well, miss, whatever your name is, it's about time I met you.
You accuse me of stealing your dress?
Well, I didn't get it back, did I?
No, you didn't get it back. Yet. I didn't know your name. You are Maxine Wilton, aren't you?
Yes, of course I am. And you're the girl who stole my dress.
I didn't steal your dress!
Well, you certainly didn't bring it back. Did you think I gave it to you?
Of course not. But how can you say that? You see? I told you. It doesn't pay to be nice to those girls from across the tracks. They'll stab you in the back whenever they get a chance. My father said so, lots of times.
I shouldn't have given her the dress in the first place. After all, she could hardly resist taking it.
Well, I thought you couldn't afford such a lovely dress, so she really did steal it. Isn't it awful? What do you suppose will happen to her? She'll probably be sent to reform school. It'll serve her right, too. Heavens knows how much else she's stolen. I remember $5 was missing from my locker one day, months ago. I'll bet she stole that, too. Now, wait a moment. You don't actually know she stole the dress, do you? Of course she did. She was caught red-handed with it. But didn't Maxine lend it to her? Yes, she did. But the point is, Sophie never brought the dress back, and at least 3 days have passed. Well, I don't know. It does seem kind of tough on her, but she does seem to be guilty. Guilty? Just look where she comes from. What sort of a family and what sort of a background. Oh, hey, here come Maxine and Joan. Hi, Maxine. It's a shame about your dress.
I suppose the police will pick it up.
I hope she hasn't destroyed it. Evidence.
I don't think she'd dare.
But Maxine, how do you know she tried to steal it?
I lent it to her out of the goodness of my heart. Naturally, I expected to see it back the next day. It's a good thing Joan knew who she was, or else I might never have gotten it back.
My name is Harriet Wells. I don't know why I butted into this affair, but it seemed to me that everyone took too much for granted. I knew Sophie. Knew her probably better than the other girls did. Of course, when we were all together, I hated to stand up for her because the other girls thought so poorly of her. As a matter of fact, her mother helps clean our house once a week, and sometimes Sophie comes with her and helps her mother.
We always thought they were very honest, even though they were foreigners, and seemed to be pretty poor. Although I was afraid to say anything, I thought I'd better make it my business to find out a little more about the whole affair. Well, that night I told Mother all about it, and I went over to Sophie's house. Sophie herself opened the door for me. She had been crying. There was an air of sadness in the house. I felt like an intruder, but after all, I was there to help, so I walked in and faced her.
Hello, Harriet. What do you want?
I'm sorry to come here this way, Sophie, but I thought I'd like to talk to you about that dress.
That dress? Oh, get out! Get out, I tell you!
Please, Sophie, I don't mean any harm. Really, I know you didn't take it. I know you didn't. Can't you tell me about it?
What do you want of me? Everyone questioning me. This is no time for questioning.
What do you mean?
My mother is sick. When she heard about Jake Sunday, she, collapsed, I guess.
Jake? Your brother Jake? What about him?
He was killed in an accident. It happened Sunday.
I'm so sorry, Sophie. I wouldn't have come this way. Please forgive me.
That's all right. But all those girls thinking I stole that dress, that's what makes me so angry. I still have it here.
Please take it back for me.
I couldn't possibly face that Maxine girl.
Why didn't you return it?
Well, the next day we got word about my brother. And Mother felt so ill, I went to work for her. When I got home, it was too late to go to school. I didn't even know who had lent me the dress. I thought maybe I would take it back the next day, or the next. But Mother was ill, and I had to keep on working. Then the probation officer came here and accused me of stealing the dress. I guess I got awfully excited and started to cry and ran upstairs. When I finally came down, she'd gone, but had left me this note. I'm to return the dress and come to the principal's office tomorrow. Oh, Harriet, what'll they do to me? What'll they do to me?
Don't you worry, Sophie. They won't do anything to you. Except apologize. I was pretty angry. We had all accused poor Sophie and took it for granted that she was guilty without even giving her an opportunity to defend herself. She was poor and had a foreign-sounding name. We forgot that all of us at one time or another had been, of foreign extraction too. I came back to school the next day with the dress. I had it unwrapped because I wanted it to attract attention. It was over my arm like this when I went into the girls' locker room. It wasn't but a few minutes before the girls gathered around me.
They aren't going to send her to reform school, are they?
No, I don't think so.
But that's what I heard. It's not any more than she deserves. After all, a thief. Don't you dare call her a thief. But she took the dress, didn't she? I was at Sophie's house last night, and I know the truth about this matter. What are you talking about?
Yes, Maxine lent Sophie this dress, but the reason Sophie couldn't give it back the next day is because she had to work in place of her mother, who was ill. She had just received word that her son, Jake. You probably remember Jake Chanowski. He was the star halfback on the football team 3 years ago. He was killed in an accident.
I'm awfully sorry. But how could we know anything about it?
That doesn't matter. The point is you were quick to accuse Sophie because she had a foreign name. It's true. We did. She didn't even know Maxine. Pretty tough on her, all right. Pretty tough, and we didn't help her any, did we?
Oh, Maxine, here's your dress, isn't it?
Yes, that's it. Where did you get it? From Sophie.
She asked me to return it to you. I guess you forgot to tell her your name. Her brother's been killed, and things were in a turmoil at home. The dress didn't seem quite as important to her as it did to you. Important to me? The dress isn't a bit important to me. I've got loads of them. But I didn't want anybody stealing from me.
Well, here it is. I hope you're satisfied with the fuss you've made. Goodbye.
That's the story of the swing choir concert and the dress. I'm ashamed of my part in it. Ashamed that I had such a superior attitude just because I own more dresses than some of the other girls. Ashamed, too, because I was so quick to accuse and so slow to understand. It was only my own vanity that prompted me to run the dress in the first place, not that I wanted to help someone. Chances are, I'll never admit to the other girls how ashamed I felt over this whole affair. But I admit it to myself, because it may make a difference in how I act in the future. And I admit it to you, because it's sort of a public penance. I'll feel better if I tell you about it. You know, I can't help thinking about that part of the concert. The part that we didn't sing. That was different. We were all to recite it in unison, though it was really the climax of the whole program. The preamble to the Constitution of the United States. And I remember Miss Denton's talk about it. I remember that she said that the most important part about it was establishing a more perfect union. That only by a more perfect union of the whole world could freedom, liberty, and tolerance live. All this bickering about a dress, all this petty jealousy and minor snobbishness. I missed the concert. I was at a party that night. But I think I know now what those founding fathers meant by a more perfect union. Girls, please help me tell the people out there. Let's do that part of the concert once more.
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.